Well, good morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. This is in my way. This is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat. You are in our Stitchuation room. Hi, Frito. Watch out for the internet cable, baby. Yeah, we're here at 7 a.m. Central, and this is where you hang out with me in my sewing room, and I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. The dog's got me all wound up here. Just a minute. All right. Hello, Frito. We have a lot going on today. Big day. There we go. There's my Frito. Hi, baby. She says, Mama, where's my treat? Where's my treat? Good morning, everybody in the chat. Great to see you here. I love it. We've got a full room already. Over 300 in here. Good morning. It'll only grow. There you go, sweet girl. Yeah, we've got Dave biscuits. Yes, we do, because you're a good girl. There's another one. Yeah, this is our little rescue. If this is your first time, she's a Queensland stumpy tail cattle dog. Grabbed her we were blessed to get her at the local county no-kill shelter. There you go. Hold, here, wait. Let me give you a hole. There you go. Good girl. She's going to be a little camera studio dog. All right, Kate's up, ready to take the Bronco in to get it. What's he doing? Receiver hitch. That's what he's going to get done today. He's going to have he got the dealership to include a receiver hitch. Cute shirt. I saw you guys talking about Corey Yoder's new, this is the woolly wall hanging pattern, woolly sheep. And she put out a new clapper that's got the same thing. I have the sticker for it right behind here. You got a sticker for it if you bought her pattern bundle last year sometime. So I did that and got the pattern bundle. And last year we made Dearly Loved and Woolly Wall Hanging, two adorable Christmas quilts. So awesome. Jamie says, I'm loving my new schedule. I'm getting so much done. I know. Early bird gets the word worm. Right, Jamie? I love it. Oh, my goodness, y'all. So there was some chat. I know. I love my Corey shirt. I did order that clapper. And I talked to my son about it, who's a woodworker. So you guys, they're taking orders for the clapper. She might have it on her website. I'm not sure if she's linked to his private site, this guy, Chris, who cuts these things. Anyway, so the sheep is actually, this pattern is actually embedded into the wood of the clapper. It's like little tiny puzzle pieces were made of the sheep and put together and then lacquered into the top layer of the clapper. And it ain't cheap. And I saw it and I was like, oh. And my son said, it's worth it, Mom. You know, that stuff is hard. And to get those dyes right and everything. So yeah, they're taking orders until April 19th. Inlay, thank you. That's what it's called. That's what it's called, an inlay in the woodworking world. It's exactly what it is. So yeah, they were definitely pricey. The company bought mine. Yeah, it's like a quilt piece inlaid. It's beautiful. And she's got different colors and different colors of sheep. I went with the traditional, I'm a potato and egg taco kind of girl, okay? I like stuff to be just plain, exactly like it is. I don't like changes. Yeah. You're making this quilt right now, Margaret? I don't have a link to it. I'm not an affiliate and certainly don't. Do you need it? No. Do you want it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. These are things, you guys, you'll find I do this a lot in my sewing room because I spend so many hours in here. I get things that make me happy. They make me very happy. Like that sewing box, right? Or my first embroidery machine. Those are things that make me happy. When I look at it, I go, oh, I love being here. And there's so much misery in the world. Why not make your space as happy as you can? Yeah, it costs money. But is my son still making ruler storage? Yes, he is. What's the terminology? He just defended his doctorate. So then, and he's finished. So May 11th, my son will actually be a PhD in pastoral ministries. So very proud of him. And he is then going on sabbatical with family because so there won't be any for a while. Maybe he'll do another run of them. I don't know. What he does is he kind of gets them going, and then he can't make them in the winter. His goal this summer is to get his shop heated because, you know, when it's below zero, you can't be out there making, and I guess glue doesn't set, that kind of thing. So no, it is not branding. It is an inlay. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Beth. Thank you. So anyway, so we had, I wanted to address something I saw in the chat here. Yeah, going through dissertation is tough. Yeah, he did it. I'm very proud of him. Matter of fact, the professor wants a little change on his intro so that it can be used as an example for future graduates, future applicants to get their PhD. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yesterday, somebody mentioned on here earlier that has the Fat Quarter Shop released the new directions for the Prairie Home Sew Along? April 15th, my friend. That's why that's on pause and we haven't made any more blocks. April 15th. We're on the 9th right now, so 6 more days. They're going to do that each month. So on the Facebook group yesterday, someone had left a comment, and I'm not going to throw names out because that is not important. That when she watches the channel, she's like, "Would you please just get to the sewing?" You know, I come here to watch your channel to get instructions on something, or I want to see how something is done, and that's great. And then my Power Tools with Thread Warriors kind of jumped in, and y'all, it was very civil and very nice. But anyway, this particular, I'm a live streamer in the mornings, 7 to 8 a.m. Central. I'm a live streamer. And in the live stream, this is for fun and fellowship. Okay. And we are at a virtual stitching retreat. And at a stitching retreat, you might hear about how I got a new Jeep, or you might hear about my pool. And you might, we're always going to get a little bit of Frito and what's going on and whatnot, because we are friends. And that's the way I roll on this one. So if you are here to get instruction and that's all you're really into, and you got little limited time, which I totally understand, y'all, I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube. Okay. And you can go back to those earlier ones and you will be able to see specific video tutorials on things, and the beginner embroidery videos, regardless of the project that I'm working on, are very, very detailed. Push this button, do that, be sure of this thread, that stabilizer, blah, blah, blah. And to get you on your embroidery way. Well, I love you guys too. Yeah. So Cindy says, I'm so excited about your pool. We're going to have a little pool party. That'll be fun, right? So, I wanted to bring up my channel and I wanted to show you guys how you can navigate around because of that. And again, very nice person. Let me put something on mute I need to mute my speakers so that you can see how, okay, let me show you this. There is a way to navigate around on YouTube to be able to find things that you are looking for, but you're not sure how to find them. And also, if I did something in a live stream, okay, I said something, I did something, there's a way for you to be able to see the transcript of what was said in the video. And I want to share that with you so that you can find those things, because that is so crazy helpful. Okay. No, I'm not changing this format. I am not changing this format because we have hundreds of people who come in here that love to chatter with everybody, that is in just like, a sewing retreat where we go and, you can get a lot of community and fellowship here in the live stream. And that's what this is all about, having your coffee and maybe getting a little stitching done and whatnot. But then some people want to see, how did she do that? And what button did she push when and whatnot? So like yesterday's, I didn't get to actually doing the digitizing of the lace on the skate until, it must have been 28 minutes into the video, which is how I roll. And that's fine, okay? Because it's my channel, So let me show you this. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. No, I'm not going to change my format. I'm not going to. I enjoy this very much, okay? So this is the way I'm going to do this. All right. So when you come to YouTube, okay, and you look up Power Tools with Thread, okay, if you see a video, you can click on the video, all right? So there's the Brightly sampler we did on Monday, okay? So that Brightly sampler video is down to business stitching techniques, okay? That's what's going on with this big quilt behind me. But if you want to see something that was done, let's see. Let me go to one. So like, here's a pre-record. That's a short little pre-record video. And here are my shorts. Okay. And now what they do is they go for you, and then they have videos. Okay. And you can click this button and get more videos. So using Sew Tight's Magnum to load a long arm. All right. Or you can get shorts. I don't have that many shorts out. All right. Now, up here at the top, right here, you have videos. So this is, if you click this, everything below here is going to be my videos. And you can sort these: latest, popular, oldest, if you want to start at the very beginning. So you can navigate around like that. Okay. So how did she do the letters on the Merry Christmas quilt? That's what you want to know. Or how to do the quilt backings, that kind of thing, right? Here are where the shorts are. Again, I don't have that many of them. Here's a live. So here are all the live stream. Here's the playlists. All right. So you can come here, and here are all of the playlists that I have. So I want to know I want to see all 29 videos she's got on Snapplique. I have a lot more than that, but I haven't put them in there. So you can click this and get to going and just watching Snapplique videos, all right? Here's how to work with panels. Here's what I've done with Sewing Machines Plus. Here are my Pro Stitcher video. Oh, that's private. You can't see that. Here's all 18 videos on the Happy Halloween quilt. That whole quilt is Snapplique. Here's Designs by Juju projects. I've got a lot more than that. I need to get better about putting videos in there. Anyway, when you go into a video, so let's go into the Brightly sampler. Okay. What you get. Let's see here. So underneath, let me make sure everything is cool. I can't see the chat. Okay. You guys are doing all right. You're seeing what I'm seeing. All right. So when you go into a video, all right, and there's my big mouth hanging open, right? And here are all of the quilts so far in that Brightly sampler playlist. When you go into this, here is where you see how many views it's had. And it says ... more. And this is where you can see the live chat. Okay. If somebody said something in the chat you can click that. If you click the ... more, this is where you see all of the links that I put below the video in my description box. Okay. This is called the description box right here. And it's usually in a gray or something. So you can scroll down and find, normally I have stuff that I'm sharing right there. This is a Brightly sampler quilt. So the Brightly sampler links are all here. There are discount codes I have for my viewers. This is stuff around my sewing room. Here's how you can get in touch with me. Down here at the bottom, show transcript. That's a new thing from YouTube that they do. So if I go to show transcript, now what happens is, here is everything I said and the timestamp that it's on. So what you can do is, toggle timestamps. I don't want to do that. Hold on. So what you can do is you can right click and or do a Control or Command A to select all. And I right click and copy and throw that into Word or a notepad or something like that, and then do a search for a specific word. That's a way that you can look around to see. So it auto-generated the every bit of this hour-long. See, it generated every bit of it. So you can see what I said and when, and you can search this. Okay. And again, let me get back here. No, let's see. I don't want to download or promote that. And then live chat replay, I can open the panel, and then back up here, it's going to grab all of the chat replay. I think it will do that, or open up the panel for it and let you see it. It's digging it up is what it's doing right now, and it's going to put it right there. It takes a minute. So YouTube has made it very easy for you to go back and find things. You just don't know that those features are there. So I wanted to show you that, and it'll make it easier. You can search the page for options too. So anyway, like I said, if you are here for a specific tutorial, and that's not really, I mean, I show a lot of stuff on my live stream, but it's not like a class where we get down to business right away. There's a lot of visiting that goes on because there's a whole lot of people that come here. There's a lot of people that turn this on and just watch the chat. They just want to see what's going on in the chat. It's amazing. You're going to have to go back and watch how to search YouTube. Yeah. So you can do a lot of stuff on YouTube and search around and stuff like that. So what are the stickers? So stickers are a monetary way for you to show appreciation for content. That's what those are. And they allow you to put in any monetary. They have some suggested ones, but you can put in whatever you want. So for instance, yesterday, I got 4 stickers for $4.99. People feel like that's a cheap class. And those didn't start until I was actually sitting at the machine and going and doing what I was doing. So those stickers are just a way for people to show their support for the content that's on the channel. I don't do channel memberships at all, but yeah, this right here, what Midge is saying is exactly why we have this format right here, to come with like-minded people to begin your day on a positive note. And I really, really try to keep it upbeat and fun and funny sometimes, and educational as well. But a lot of people just really enjoy having stitchy chatter going on in the background while they're sewing. And that's what this is for. Thank you, Tina, for your super sticker. You didn't have to do that, darling. I appreciate that. Y'all don't start. Oh, Betsy started it for my chairs, and I had to buy 3 of them. Anyway, I wanted to, yeah, now I'm on a MacBook here, and so Carolyn says, I can't pull up the entire pad on my iPad. You can do it. I am not sure of the process. There's different 3 dots. You got to poke around on the 3 dots and see what's what. And by the time you figure it out, you'll forgot how you got there. That's what happens to me. I have to go back and do it again a couple times until my brain gets it. Okay, this is how. You can do it on all devices. It's just difficult. So I have it on the, I do mine on the MacBook, and the desktop is much easier for me to find it because you've got more landscape to mess around with. But when you get into where you're looking for that stuff on tablets and phones, it's darn near impossible. But it can be done. I know it can be done. You did force me to buy 3 chairs, Amy. You did. She says, we forced you to buy. You did. So when I got my 3rd one and it came in, my husband says, how many of those things are you going to buy? I said, they gave me the support I've got to use it for that purpose. That's what it's for. So I bought 3 chairs. Yeah. And while I'm blathering on about things going on in my life, you guys are in the chat doing the same thing. And the replay crew, West Coast, Down Under, and so on, you guys are putting it in the comments below the video. So while we're sitting here, give me a thumbs up, you guys, if you would be so kind. Just a friendly reminder. And if you're watching on TV, grab that TV remote and hit the channel up button. That does the same thing. And then subscribe. And we love having you here. And hit the bell for notifications so you know when I go live again. You like hearing about Broncos and Jeeps. You went to go buy one and they're out of stock. What'd you go to buy? There's many links. This chair is under many names. So, right. There you go, Pam. This hour is your coffee time and your dog's lap time. Yep. After it's over, you go to the sewing room and get busy. That's fun. Okay. So anyway, no fear, no fear. You know, I think most people get it. I think most people get it. And then you guys are my little warriors in that Facebook group. Somebody says something and y'all are like, be kind and grace, please. And then we like to have good support in the Facebook group for sure. That's right. Anita says, I feel like I have a couple thousand friends from around the world. Yes, absolutely. So anyway, all righty. So Keith's little front brush guard bumper came yesterday. So he put that on his Bronco. He's very happy to get that done. So my Jeep is finished. I wanted to show you guys the tonneau cover. Have you ever seen those electronic tonneau covers? Let me see. I don't think I have a video of it in here. Did I save the video? I did. I'm going to show you guys my video. Hold on a second. I have the sound off. Let me pause this and send it back. Okay, so this is the back of my Jeep. Okay. Got a remote. Look at that. It's got a button inside too to open and close it. Keith installed this remote tonneau cover on my Jeep. Look at that. So you can see it. It's got a button inside too to open and close it. Okay. I love that. Fancy Nancy. So he had a tonneau cover on his F-150 before he traded it in. And to get that thing to open, you had to pull a wire. It's got two loopy wires on it. You had to pull a wire on the panel closest to you, and then it folded backwards. And it's a tall vehicle. Midge, bless your heart. Thank you, Midge, for your sticker. You are a doll. Thank you. So it had these wires. Very generous of you, my friend. So it had these wires, and you pull a wire, and then this thing folded back, right? That hurts my shoulders. That hurts my shoulders so much. So when we were looking for the Jeep, the salesman takes me over to this Denali truck, trying to peddle this 2022 Denali truck that had been towed behind a very, very fancy motorhome. And he goes, look at this. And he hits the button, and the tonneau cover on that Denali truck went, it was automatic like that. And I was like, oh, they make those? So I told Keith, he says, we're going to get a tonneau cover on your truck. I said, I want an automatic one like the Denali. And he goes, those are super expensive. I said, I don't care. I can't pull that wire with my fingers, my osteoarthritis. And if it hurts now, in 5-10 years, it's only going to hurt worse. And I can't up and over. I don't have the upper body strength to do that. So what good is a tonneau cover if I can't use it? Right? So that's right. Thank you, Midge. You're very sweet. All right. What do we got here going on with the bunny trail? What did you do, Valentina? You finally bought the hopping down the bunny trail and didn't buy the quilting backdrops. Can you use DBJJ instead? Sure. Sure you can. I do it all the time. Don't tell Kimberbell. Absolutely. Go into Juju's backdrops. She's got block by block quilting as well. I don't know if that's what she calls it. She also has hoop fillers. And hoop fillers do it. Yeah. So if it's a 6x10, get the 8x12, right? And then fill the hoop with the 8x12 and then trim it down to the 6x10 panel. Just watch your 1/4-inch seams. That salesman had me pegged. Yes, Vicki. I want easy. I'm not 40 years old anymore. I just don't have a lot of upper body strength. I never have. And I just am not interested in manhandling a cover on the back end of my Jeep. So it works. And like I said on the video, there's a button inside. I can press the button and it'll open it up. Very cool. Okay, so today I need to turn on my iron. See, look at y'all. We're at 28 minutes in before I get rolling here. Let me turn on my little overhead light. Oh, good. Get that nice and bright. Woo, there we go. So, Mel, I absolutely agree with you. She says at this stage of our life, we need to make things a lot easier. Yeah, we do. And, you know, I keep telling my son, you can have the house, but if I can get something that's going to make my life easier, I'm absolutely going to do it, because I just don't want to, I don't want to hurt myself, and I'm not going to do it. If I can swing it, I'm going to do it. So no, I did not have the experience of swinging around 100-pound bales of hay. No, Jean, I did not. Midge, that is a better option. She said she was going to get a tonneau cover for her son's Rocky Ridge truck. It's over 8 feet tall. Yes, it is a better option, because it's hard. You'd have to stand on the running boards or on the tire or something to up and over. Yeah, they're pretty cool. All righty, I want to get to sewing here. And I promised myself I was going to see what I'm doing. So I ran and got my glasses. That's what I say, Patsy. I'm built for comfort, not for speed, like an old bus. Yeah. It's just, you know. Oh, somebody, I see in the Facebook group, somebody went in to go get a luminaire and came out with an Avenir. That's crazy, y'all. So I did the side-by-side comparison of the Avenir and the luminaire. There's a chart that's out. Brother has put out a chart, and it was on the All Brands email the other day, and I took a look at it. And other than that bigger hoop, I just don't see it. I can't. You know, if Brother wanted to give me one to promote it, that's totally different, y'all. But they don't want to do that. And so I'm like, I just can't. That's right, Jamie. If my life's easier, his life's easier. He knows that. That's why he bought it and installed it for me. That's right. So I didn't do the upgrade yet on the luminaire, and I need to do that. I did download it, and I thought about doing that with y'all today. But what we can do, maybe we can do it tomorrow before Embroidery Thursday. That's not smart, Becky. You used to work in IT. Don't do an upgrade right before a live. That's not good. We'll wait until after. Yeah. That's right. Patty says, if you're not using the new stuff on the Avenir, it's not worth it. The Avenir is fantastic for garments sewers. If you're going to be doing garments, I tell you what I would immediately turn off is the voice prompts. The voice prompts. I do not need somebody nagging at me to change my thread. I'd rather make a mistake and fix it than to have change your thread, put in blue, put in green, do this. Blah. I don't even want to hear it. And when now before the long arm, well, if you're going to quilt quilts in your embroidery machine, get the biggest hoop you can afford, because you'll love it, right? Your new store has a Luminaire XP3 for $6,500, Jane. Go get it. Yeah, that's a good deal. I don't use that 10x16 hoop a whole lot. I did use it a lot when I snap-plaqued Chicken Salad by Lori Holt, because some of those birds were very big. But, okay. So you guys, about the upgrade that's coming, that is out. Okay. What Brother did when they created the Luminaire came out as XP1. And if a machine has a number, that number is gonna increase as time goes by. Okay. They did an upgrade for XP2, and it gave the one more features, but it's still the exact same machine. And same goes for the XP3. So if you purchased and it says XP2 or XP3 on the case of the machine, that just tells you that it includes all of the features that have now been added. Well, not true. Not true. Let me back up. I misspoke. Okay. There's a difference between upgrades and updates. Okay. The upgrades allow you to install different features on the machine that make it able to do things. Like when you installed XP2 upgrade, you got the My Connection feature that was not originally in the XP1. And you also might have got an extra hoop with it. Okay. When the XP3 upgrade came out, there was other features that allowed you to add just those upgrades to your XP machines. An update is what just came out for the Luminaire software. Okay, it's 4.6.2, I think it is. So if you go into your page on your Luminaire, on your software, what am I thinking of? Properties. I think it's on page 12 in the properties on the Luminaire, and you look at it, and I think mine says 4.5.1. Okay. So that's what they came out with, was a software update, not an upgrade. All right. So it doesn't matter what version of Luminaire you have, you can always install. Those are free software updates. Okay. So if you have an XP3, go into the properties, and look and see what your software is. Okay. Janet, what they just released is a software update. It's not an upgrade. They're not going to upgrade that XP machine anymore, I don't believe. The upgrade to the XP3 is the Avenir. Yeah. So I just wanted to get that clear so that you guys knew the difference. Okay. First time you caught a live, you usually watch the rerun. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. Glad you joined us. Yeah. Yeah, so go in and check, and then you can go to, let me go to Mr. Google. Let's do this. And let me show you how. So I'm going to go Brother Luminaire software update. Okay. So we've got update the machine software. Let's see if this is the right one. Right. So it tells you how to do this. Is this for the Luminaire? Sometimes you got to go to support, software and driver downloads. Oh, here we go. Messed that up completely. Let's go back. How did I find that? Brother Luminaire software update. Let's see. There's videos on how to do it, but where do I get the update itself? See, now this is a company, Pocono Sew and Vac, great company, all right? They might have a link to it on here's Brother USA. This is their help. You can see the help.brother.usa. You don't want that. Quality Sew and Vac. That's for the UK, okay? Don't do that one if you're in the US. I hate the way they make this so hard. More sewing. They may have it on the page. Does he have a link on the page at Moore's? Let's see. They don't have a link to Brother right on the page. Some do, some don't. Yeah. See, this is just such a pain in the neck. You need to be on the brother.com website to find that. All right, we'll just look at downloads. Okay, so this is for the XP1. And you can go not your product and put whatever one you have. So if I did Mac OS and tell it okay. All right, now what you get here, there's where you update your software. And there is the built-in video tutorial if you want to install that tutorial in your machine. You don't have to. You would do this. So if you look, release date version 4.62. Okay, that's what you want. So you just do this. You have to come down here, hit the end user license agreement called a EULA in the tech world and download it. Okay, you have to do that. And it popped up a window, it's starting the download. Okay. So that's how you find that. Very first one. I don't know why I didn't click it. I'm making my life harder than it has to be. Okay. Now you can do the update wirelessly on your machine. You can start it and go to bed because it may take a minute depending on your internet speed. You guys have emailed me and asked me repeatedly for the link to these Velcro strips. Y'all, they're gone. In white, they're gone. I went looking for it. All that's there is black. I've never taken mine in either, Christina. You don't have to do that. If it's running fine, don't worry about it. Charlene, I think I've linked that allergy medicine it's a probiotic. It's below around my sewing room in the description box below. I think it's there. So check that out. Yeah. Can you do upgrades if it was someone else's machine you inherited? Yes, you certainly can. Updates, not an upgrade. Yeah, you can upgrade it too. You can do that. Just register the machine with brother, brother.com. Yeah. And then, yeah, if you want to. So I bought an upgrade for my Quattro that was available. Okay. Since you registered your machine with Brother, do they send you an email letting you know? They should, but I didn't get one. I heard people in the Facebook group talking about the update. I didn't get an email, but I need it. So, okay. Y'all, I'm not going to get any sewing done. Y'all are asking questions like crazy. Bye, Brenda. Have a great day. See you tomorrow on Embroidery Thursday. Oh, let's talk about what we're going to sew tomorrow. Let me do that. Let me stop that one. Yeah, maybe they sent me an email and I missed it. Tomorrow we're going to do Cinco de Mayo. I'm going to do maybe a little towel or something right here. It's at Hoop Sisters. I've got a link to it below in the description box. And they have where you can get the USB and a fabric kit. I'm not getting that. Or you can just get the digital download. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And it's so cute, y'all. Why guacamole? Holy guacamole. You are awesome. I think that's adorable. Little mat there for your guacamole. We have Chip Chip Hooray. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Talk about a good friend. That is so cute. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. And what else? Yeah, talk about a good sister. So you can really, if you've got Embrilliance, you can change the words to whatever you want. I bet you. Very cute stuff. So that's adorable. I want to see the towel. That's cute too. And it's got the little band down here at the bottom. That's adorable. So very neat. Adorable. So I'm going to be making that tomorrow. I think I'm going to make this. Holy guacamole, you are awesome. Yep. Too cute. Too cute. Do a towel. The other one's freestanding, and you use water soluble. So, all right, what am I doing here? H&D. I need an H&D. Okay, so here are all of my millions of little pieces. This block, y'all, I know that towel is cute. I don't have the band to put on there. I don't have anything made up or whatever. I have a load of towels. I could do a towel. Yeah, I might. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, because I did a video on how to put a band on a towel on top of to put it over the handle on the stove. And the one that's on there now is for last autumn. I need to get rid of it. It's got pumpkins on it. I'm so bad about that. So I'm going to do the little deer. This is it here, this guy. This block is from the Vintage Christmas book. Okay. A towel is cute to look at. I like that. Holy guacamole, you're awesome. On a towel, it'd be adorable. Wouldn't it? Be just adorable. Love it. Okay. I'm working here with my Oliso M3 Pro mini, their mini iron. I love this thing. It's great. It gets super hot. So I've got the little Cricut mini press that I use when I'm working in the hoop because that's small enough. This is a little bit big to try to get down in the hoop. So I use the Cricut mini press over there at the machine, embroidery machine. You'll see me using that tomorrow, maybe. But this is for quilt blocks. It's just a little bit bigger and I love it. So, and when it sits up on its end, it stays on for 30 minutes. If you put it on its little silicone rest and you put it down, it stays on just for 10 minutes. Okay. Do I have a link for Oliso? Yes, I do. All right, I'll do a towel. All right, y'all. Gee, I'll do a towel. I need, I like the Holy Guacamole towel because I live in South Texas. That'll look great all year long. Yeah. So I'll do that. I will be using a medium weight tearaway on the towel stabilizer. Okay. Medium weight tearaway. Yeah. Link in the description box. I have a link to my Oliso irons. I also have them on my blog, on my shop here for Oliso. Alrighty. If you are a lefty, I love that they did this. If you're a lefty with it unplugged and cool, you can, this little gizmo right here with the cord, you can take this off and switch it around and put the cord on the other side. How nice is that? Very cute. Very cute. I could do both. I don't have time to do both with you guys. I could do both. I could do all those designs. Chip, chip, hooray. That's so cute. Oh, my goodness. I need a D and an H. And I got to make one. Okay. So what do I think of a Dream Machine? Let me see here. What? Dream Machine 2 to be purchased in 2025. Gail, I'll tell you. Get it. It doesn't matter if it has 1 million stitches on it. You'll love that Dream Machine. It's got a camera in it. One of the dealers told me one time they cannot get people to trade in their Dream Machines on Luminaires. Hi, handsome.
Hello.
There's my love of my life. Let me turn you around so he can say hi. Whoop, hold on. There you go. Where are you going?
I'm going to the Ford dealership.
Wearing your Power Tools with Red shirt. Amen.
I gotta advertise my wife.
Yeah. Don't take Frito.
No.
No, Frito, you stay here with Mama.
Wait.
Sorry, Frito. Drive safe. Don't hit no cows.
All right.
Oh, my goodness. Yep. Get all those embroidery rockin' tacos. That's right. Yeah. So a dealer was telling me, it was John Douthit, who owns All Brands, when the Luminaire had come out. He said, I can't get people to trade in their Dream Machines. They don't want to get rid of the camera. So that was a thing that people had asked about. So H and a D. All right. What piece is that letter? That must be a D as well. It is. And to make one, okay. And what's really cool on this Oliso, which I love, just a little jiggle like that resets that timer for another 30 minutes. Yeah, Dream Machines are great. The only thing with the Dream Machine, like I was talking about yesterday, is it doesn't digitize, except for putting in fonts and that kind of thing. If you want to put letters on something, it'll scan your mat. And the way that they did the digitizing with the Dream Machine was they had a tablet that it had a pen and you could draw on the tablet and it would digitize that. Is 1 million stitches a lot? You've looked at used luminaires with up to 20 million. No. You guys, the mechanics in those machines, the brain would go dead before the machine will quit. The plastics that are inside of those machines are so durable, they'll last for your lifetime. So, yeah, the Innovas. Yeah, the Elissimo. Oh, the Elissimo has a camera too, right? Let's see. Did I get an H? I did. I'm losing my train of thought here with all your questions. I don't know how many. Yeah, Katie Emmert. So this lady right here, she is a Kimberbella. And if Kimberbell puts it out, she's on it. And so that's all she does is Kimberbell, playing with their stuff. And yeah, I believe millions of stitches and it's fine. So I would, if you can get a luminaire for $6,500, good for you. I'd do it. I'd absolutely do it. Thoughts on a Janome Pro Stitcher with 10 million stitches? Janome's a great machine, Cindy. I'm a brother baby, but I like Janome's. Yeah, great machine. You guys the only thing you got to be careful of, especially, if you're buying from a dealer is one thing, but if you're buying it on Marketplace and they tell you can get the design software with it, like PE Design or Artista or something like that, whatever, you can't. Okay, once it's been installed on somebody else's computer and it needs a dongle, and if you don't have the computer, you can't reinstall it. You can, but it may not work. So just be careful of that. Yeah, now the Stellaire, Linda has the Stellaire and T from Texas has the M17. Those have the ability, what they do is you have an app on your camera. You can take a picture and the hoop itself has little marks on the hoop. And it's just like on the Scan and Cut, how the Scan and Cut reads the blocks on the top of the marks on the mats. Same idea. And that's how you can get the design from your phone into your machine or whatever. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you guys use those machines like crazy. Let me tip this back this way so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's Stellaire. That's a nice little machine. It really is. It's now Brothers keeping the Stellaire. They're not doing anything with that. Where they retired the Luminaire. Now Brothers still going to support the Luminaire. That's fine. But they retired the Stellaire. I'm sorry, the Luminaire. When the Avenir came out. Too many names ending in an R. You know what I mean? Crazy. I got to go. Keith is, so he's off on his way to the Ford dealership. And then we're going to do a live today at 3, I believe. I hope so. We're going to do a live at 3, and that's for month 2. I know it's like calling kids too many names that are the same. Jack, Jerry, Josie, Junior. So we're having lunch with friends we used to work with at 11 in town. And then that gives us time to get home and get ready for Sophia from Legit Kits for Keith. He's going to live stream that 3 p.m. Central. So we'll have another one today, later on this afternoon. All right, make one, done. Boom, got that. What blade to use for wool on the Scan and Cut? Harriet, I would use the rotary blade for that for sure. That straight blade, the straight blade that comes with it will drag the wool. Also, I was talking with Stacy from Buttermilk Basin. Pretty sure that's her name, that owns Buttermilk Basin. And she said you could put heat and bond light on the back of wool and it'll work just fine. You're going to need something on the back of the wool so you don't fuzz up your mat. Okay. Yep. You're going to do that hummingbird, Marge? That's pretty on that. Okay. Yeah, you need something on the back of the wool so you don't fuzz up the mat. You could try it with, I don't know if it'll stick that well with the paper on. I don't know. I need to make one of these. So, but yeah, I talked to her and she said, oh yeah, you could definitely do that. Okay. I worked yesterday for 5.5 hours on the design for Sew and Sail Cruise #2. That is June 1st. I had to get the cut files. It's an applique. We're going to snapplique in my class. And I had to get the cut files to Amy Bachman of Amy Sews so she can get them all cut for your kits. Very busy yesterday. Sat in that chair forever and hated it. So I took one for the team, y'all. I need a J. Okay. Yeah, get those machines out of the box and start playing with them. You guys, you need to do that. You're not going to break it. You're talking about a Scan and Cut. You got hundreds of dollars sitting there doing nothing. Get it out and start playing with it. And my goal is to make sure is to do a wool project. And that's why I bought Wool Projects at Road to California. But I would give that a try. Harriet, you do it for me. You take one for the team, Harriet. Betsy, I know we're going to meet on the Sew and Sail. So excited. That's going to be fun. Fun, fun. The only thing I will not like about Sew and Sail is leaving Frito. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Because we're going to be gone for the 2 weeks. And I don't like that. Don't like leaving my Frito. She's so lonely in the backyard and everything. But, I mean, the neighbor kids come and play with her. And they'll probably keep her over in their yard some because last year they had a dog and Frito kind of got bossy with their dog. She was really old. Well, she passed. So now Frito can go over there and play with their kids and whatnot. Okay. It is a long time to leave her. I hate it. I know. I want to pack her in the suitcase. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I've seen people bring dogs on cruises and they have little yards for the dogs. She would hate that. She would hate that worse than being left in her own yard. Let's see here. Okay. Make one of these. Okay. These go together like so. Yep. All right. I have a load of Scan and Cut videos. I sure do. Dave can take care of Frito? Okay. Dave would have to take leave for 2 weeks. I don't think he wants to do that. Is he here today or is he flying? Yeah, we'll meet sailing someday. Yep. Am I going to go to Road to California next year? Probably, I imagine. Working with, Sewing Machines Plus hosted me at Road last year. If they go, they'll probably invite me. But I am going to be going to, Sewing Machines Plus is going to put on a quilt retreat, a live quilt retreat in October. So I'm in talks with them. We're going to do a start to finish project. It's not going to be snapplique. They want to do quilting. We might do a little snapplique. Yeah, we might do a little. I think we are going to do a little snapplique. Yes, now that I think about it. So, day in the life of Frito, that would be very boring. Very boring. Yeah, so I'll be out there in the end of October, and it's going to be 3 days. They said instead of quilt in a day, it's going to be quilt in 3 days. And this is the top of the ear. Ah, cute. Okay. And then I need to put an H on the side. Okay. So that'll be fun if you guys want to come to that. We're going to play with AccuQuilt and some embroidery. So I know we're going to do some snap-applique. Yep. And we're going to do a quilt. Yep. 2 weeks with me, y'all. Mark Twain had it right. Fish and relatives both start to stink after 3 days. Yes, the Houston Festival is early this year because it always conflicted with Halloween. And so they have made it the first weekend of October is the Quilt Market. And the week after that is Quilt Festival. I will be there hanging out with y'all as usual. So you can catch me on the road. Absolutely. My featherweight Chris is in a, she's back at the spa. I dropped her with Bonnie at the, at our RV thing. So Bonnie could take her back to East Texas. I got her all jammed up. Operator error. She's mad at me. Yep. You know, I used to get really seasickness a lot, real bad too, Vicki. I start taking Dramamine the day before we leave. And that seems to help because we had really rough seas last time. And I used to wear the patch. That helped a lot. I don't like to, that dries me out so badly. So. Okie dokie. What's next? All right. 1 ear. Done. Look at that. The quilt press and your screen printing shows, oh, they're on the same, the quilt press, the quilt fest. I'm sorry. Yep. Okay. So there's 1 ear. Let me put this down here. I'll flip my pages up. Oh, there's our hour. There it is. No help with the patch, huh? Yeah, that's too bad. All right. Okay, you guys, this is it. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I just love you guys, and I love the community that we have built here. It is fun and supportive and a great way to start your day or end it in the case of my replay crew. So thank y'all so much. Be sure to hit the thumbs up or the channel up button on your remote. And we will see you tomorrow for Embroidery Thursday. Don't forget, use my link below. We're going to make a towel tomorrow in the kitchen. I got to go find some fabric for the band for that. We'll do that too, okay? You look me up on Facebook. All right. Talk to you soon. You guys go sew something. Bye.